This summer, 80% of the United States experienced drought conditions that ruin key crops. Almost halfway through September, and it's become evident to farmers across the metro area that their crops have reached a point of no return. Chad Schuler has been in the farming business for over 15 years. He said the drought this year has caused many shortage of many different types of crops in the area.
The lack of product, the corn, soybeans that is produced in this area and actually across the Midwest and the heartland.
Even though the drought has caused some financial burdens to farmers, there are other resources such as growing alternative crops, crops that have not been grown for a while, and crops that can still grow during the drought seasons.
Is it maybe raising some other type of crop that hasn't been raised for a number of years, or maybe it's new to this area?
While farmers can't control the weather, the one thing they can control for the next summers are how much crop insurance they want to spend. Reporting for the Omaha News, I'm Jan Moore.
It's going to, like the saying goes, the food from field to table, that's what you're going to see, is that we're not going to have the product there, or quite a bit less product to go into the stores, which is going to thus increase the cost of that product, that food.
Absolutely. If the drought continues to go on for the next couple of years, what do you think farmers and farms are going to do? Do you think financially they're going to be struggling? Is there a plan that they should be doing now to prevent or help their farms get better for the economy-wise?
Well, I think you just have to, in the off season, when you're planning for the next year, I think you have to look at your risk management. What tools are you going to use to help yourself through these tough times? Are you going to use crop insurance? Is it your production practices? Are you going to, I think more people are probably going to do more no-till, so that way they can capture as much moisture that falls as possible. I think the times will be a little bit tougher if this drought continues, but farm operation and family farm operations are resilient. They're not going to give up just because they have a couple bad years. I think one thing that's going to help is the previous 4 or 5 years have been really good in the farm community, and hopefully, a lot of them people, put a little bit of that money away in savings, and I think that could help them through the tough times.
Absolutely. So how long have you been doing this again? You said
15 years with the Robinson Meadowbrook farm operation.
okay. Do you think farmers who are just family owned, like their own little farm company, do you think they're going to have to find a second resource if they do not have enough income coming in?
Yeah, possibly. And is it just a different? You look at alternatives. Is it maybe raising some other type of crop that hasn't been raised for a number of years, or maybe it's new to this area, you know, so maybe they don't have to stray too far away where they have to go into town to get a job. Maybe it's just looking at other alternatives. With the ground they already have, can I raise something else that will withstand you know, the drier conditions, and you know, maybe they just got to cut back, you know, if they're livestock producers, got to, you know, probably gonna have to maybe look at getting rid of, you know, reducing their herd or reducing the numbers of head that they have on their farm operation.
Perfect. And last question would be, what is your most popular produce that you guys are selling right now? Like, what is something that every year somebody is in need of? Corn?
Well, yeah, I mean, probably
Melons, cucumbers?
probably the biggest one is corn.
Corn here in Nebraska.
I mean, not only corn for livestock, to feed livestock, which then, you know, is the beef or the pork or the chicken that is, you know, bought in the stores, but then also you look at ethanol. Ethanol's a monster, and it takes a lot of corn to feed that monster. But it's a good thing, you know. I don't want you to think that ethanol is bad at all. It's been good for the farm operation. It's been good for jobs, you know, for local communities. But it's just something that's going to have to be really looked at to, if we're going to if this drought does continue, you know, how are we going to ration this corn? And it's same with the soybeans too.
So corn is the heart of Nebraska.
It is.
Okay.
Most definitely. That's why it's called the Cornhusker State.
That's
so.
right. Perfect. Thank you, Chad. That was awesome.